Hello and welcome to the Corporate Development Academy, Codac, an online weekly series where relevant business topics are discussed. Thank you to all our viewers for staying with us each week. The team and I are grateful. We value every one of you. My name is Chibuzo Okechukwu. Every day we wake up, we set out and push through our day, setting goals, pursuing them, interacting with people, places, objects, learning new things, sharing ideas, conducting transactions, and so many more. And at the end of each day, we return and prepare for the next. Now, what we must note is that with each day that we go out, we leave prints of ourselves. We reveal our character. We expose our likes, interests, our views, abilities, and more. With each passing day, we reveal ourselves and our true identity to those we're in contact with. Now, what is more important is that who we are and how we are seen is a summation of all that we do, say, think, and how we portray ourselves. Our topic today is personal branding. Personal branding is the summation of conscious, deliberate, and intentional activities carried out by an individual to define who they are and distinguish them from others. It is the ability to set yourself apart and develop a timeless picture of oneself in the eyes of other people. It is how others see you, how you make others to see you. Personal branding is the creation of your reputation and identity. Your personal brand is a clear indication of what you have to offer. Now, this includes values, character, abilities, and expertise. It is what people can constantly rely and expect from you. Your personal brand is like making a choice of what to wear. You have to be sincere and straightforward about whose attention you are trying to get and what story you're telling with the choice that you have made. An authentic personal brand is like a perfectly fitted suit or pair of shoes. You look great in them. You feel great, and this enhances your value offering and boosts your confidence. The brand you communicate marks the reputation for your career. And also in some cases, it states your personal promise to others directly or even from a distance. Now, to develop a unique personal brand, you must first define your brand. You see, it's important to develop a personal brand and clearly define it, because even if you don't, others will develop one for you, and most times, what others create will be incomplete, inconsistent, or even incorrect. Defining your personal brand helps you to develop an area of specialization, increase your network, and gives you a competitive edge over others by making you stand out. So we're going to be looking at 5 steps to defining your personal brand. Number 1, determine your goals. To define your personal brand, you must first tell yourself what the end point is. What do you hope to achieve? Do you want to become an expert in a particular field? Do you want to write a best-selling book? Do you want to be a go-to person for a unique topic or discussion? What are your desirable outcomes? Now, the best thing to do is to write them down and begin to break them into smaller bits to make them more achievable. 2, outline your value proposition. You see, your value proposition is that unique offering that sets you apart from other people. It could be your ability to express things in different languages, your personal experiences and real life examples, or just your ability to apply talent or skill in your approach to problem solving. Just like teaching kids mathematics through song, for an example, or using poetry, art, or wonderful illustrations to express emotions. You need to clearly state what you have to offer. Who will you be offering it to? And how do you intend to solve problems? What makes you different from others who are trying to do the same thing or something close to it? Now, if you're finding these questions difficult to answer, then you need to first determine why you are passionate about what you're setting out to do in the first place, and then identify what segment of audience you would like to reach in a unique way. That is what sets you apart. 3, develop a personal story. Now, I really like this one. Think of all the big names you admire or you constantly hear about. There is always a compelling story to tell about them. Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Bill Gates, anyone. It could even be an executive that you know, your friend, or even a family member. There is a particular reason you admire such a person. That's their story. Now you need to develop yours. What has your journey been like so far? What have you overcome? Determining your own story will be very crucial to creating a brand narrative that your audience will be able to identify with and remember. Now, this will come naturally if you ask yourself the right questions. What have I achieved or about to achieve? What have I gone through? How have I changed for the better? Just imagine you're being asked in an interview and keep developing the story until it's one that you can write out and easily share. But it has to be true though. 4, establish your personality. Now, your personality makes up an integral part of what makes you. Discover your own traits, but you must remember, others will most likely describe you differently from how you describe yourself. And knowing that these others will be the ones engaging with your personal brand, it becomes the more relevant narrative. So why don't you ask friends and family to use some brilliant adjectives, accurate as well, to describe you and establish a good point. 5, create a brand statement. Now, once you have developed all the information listed from 1 to 4, it's time to break it down into a brand statement of 1 or 2 sentences. Now, understand that you can use the same accurate information to either create a wonderful statement or a very boring one. So make the statement compelling, interesting to read, attractive, catchy, and at the same time, rich in its information and content about who you are and what you're about. Now consider these examples. Chibuzo Okechukwu is the founder of Codac, which provides trainings on different topics. With over 7 years experience, Chibuzo hopes to change lives through his teachings. That's a statement. Or consider this one. Chibuzo Okechukwu is the brain behind Codac and is passionate about bringing out the best in people through his trainings. His desire to see the world become better by helping people discover unique ways of improving themselves. That is what drives him. Now you see, they actually both sound okay, but select which one works out for you and create your brand statement. Personal branding is the more important in the current era of reduced physical interaction and increase in social media relations. You see, job interviews, business interactions, education, banking services, everything now happens online. And this has forced people to have digital presence to maintain customers, interactions, and learning. Now let us quickly look at 4 factors that can influence your personal brand. The first one, outlook. The truth is, before you can come in contact with what you have on the inside, and before people can see what you carry inside of you, you must first be identified and accepted on the outside. It's weird. It might not be the best, but it's true. Nobody can see what you have inside from afar. Your outlook can pass for an indication of who you are. Take professions that have uniforms, for example. They automatically identify the profession as soon as you see them and gives an indication as to who you're interacting with. Now here's something you need to understand. Please pay attention. Your outlook doesn't purely mean dressing as in clothes, but I speak of your overall appearance, neatness, decency, maturity, and understanding the best combinations and attires that suit each occasion, or for social media, photos or video posts that you make. A well-brushed hair, shaved or nurtured beard, proper makeup, color combinations properly articulated together, etc. People need to first enjoy seeing you before they can enjoy hearing from you. language. Now, this refers to what you say and how you say it. The things that you talk about, share, post, or things that you relate about. It will all be an indication of your school of thought. And this will help people identify your personal brand. Your use of words, phrases, pronunciations, spellings, and others. Now, nobody knows it all. But don't keep saying the wrong things in the wrong ways with confidence. It only tells people how comfortable you are at being illiterate. Use dictionaries. Learn new vocabulary. Check out words and their accurate spellings and meanings. Understand a topic in the right context before you partake in a conversation. And I must add, avoid unnecessary conversations. Let people be eager each time you're about to speak or there's a post from you. For an effective personal brand, the things you say and how you say them are very important. 3, people. You see, in business, people refers to customers, partners, and staff. But for individuals, it speaks of associations. You can even say they're the same. The people you have around you will affect your brand, either positively or negatively. The associations of a person can be an indication of their character, interests, and their personal identity. Now, this might not always be accurate, but it points to the notion and influences perception, which surely affects a brand. It is wise to maintain associations that uplift your personal brand. Belong to a community of farmers, for example, singers, designers, or generally business-minded individuals. Associate with lawyers, doctors, teachers, and others that have similar interactions as your brand. Have people around you that positively impact your life and your ideology. People who change you to constantly improve and change the way you do things from wrong to right, challenge you to get better every time, and support the goals that you have set for yourself. Number 4, social media. Now, this is arguably one of the very important ones. You see, in the world that we live in today, it is the most important factor to building a personal brand. You need to understand that social media is a world on its own. You see, on social media, there are families, children, celebrities, institutions, judges, rookies, neighbors, and everything else, just the way it exists in the physical world. Now, while social media is a free space to be used however or by whoever to say whatever, it has become more recognized as an indication of a person's true identity. The pictures you post, the comments you make, the language you use, and even the pages that you follow are all part of what affects your personal brand. Now get this. Even your social media handle is part of personal branding. Now don't get me wrong, it's okay to have any name that you choose. For some it might be nicknames, catchphrases, acronyms. But you see, for others, it is words that are not even usable publicly or even on a video like this. I can't even mention them. Note that the internet never forgets. Your personal brand is what people say about you when you are not in the room. Let that sink for a bit. This means how you are online, offline, publicly, in private, at work, at home, in your place of worship, out with your friends, or just on the street must to a very large extent be the same. The keys to a successful personal brand are authenticity, simplicity, decency, honesty, accountability, and integrity. Now let me close with this. When you decide to build a personal brand, you have to stick with it. You cannot be seen to switch lanes regularly with every trending topic or style. You have to be known for something. When you can be found in every space, every conversation or circle, people begin to lose focus and you easily forget your original direction. One thing you must remember and always carry with you is that your personal brand is your identity. That's all for today's episode. I hope you picked a thing or two and will make informed choices in building your personal brand from today. You see, the Codac Institute is working tirelessly to develop meaningful content for our viewers, and we can't wait to launch what comes next. Please visit our YouTube page and subscribe. The link will be shared in the comment section now. Share our videos to others so that they can watch it. Like our page, share with your friends, and keep coming back and put on your notifications so that you are made aware each time a video comes up. Thank you for watching and see you next time. This is Codac.